What's good with it in the hood with it? Welcome back to the collective clips where you already know. Tas, tas, tas. We get it in, brother, right? Are you guys ready for a new Superwood? So am I. Let's get to the intro. Welcome back to the channel. And if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, make sure you go ahead and do that. Put your notification bell on all, ding, so that way you're directing the direction of the dope content that the gun stays kicking. And I appreciate the support, man. I'm very humbled by it. Thank you so much. If you haven't tapped in to Gunners Collective TV, what are you doing? Go over there, like, subscribe, join the membership, do all that good stuff, man. So that way you guys can get brought some of that game that you desperately are seeking, like Susan, Madonna. Who remembers that? Are you ready, brothers? Buckle your safety belts, put on your hard hat, grab your rig, fill it up, and let's go, right? Fill your coffee cup up because I got you a whole lot of Superwood. I did my last video explain Roach's demise, his death, man. Rest in peace to Big Roacholio. But at the same time, that doesn't mean the stories are going to stop. That doesn't mean we're going to put that brother on the shelf because his shelf life keeps on going, right? He's like the Energizer Bunny, literally, especially when he's up for 11 days. It's crazy. I know Lefty Gunplay said he was up for 11 days. I highly doubt that. Roach, that brother was up for 11 months, straight up, right? There was times when he's like, brother, I just want to stop this shit. I said, stop what? Stop staying up. He was just high. So this story is about a wood I wish you would, right? Another Peckerwood comes into play, right? This dude didn't know who he was or who he thought he was, but he done fucking, hey, he pulled up on the wrong block. And let me tell you, I ain't never seen Roach disrespect a white man like this. He just didn't do it. Wasn't his thing. I love all white men, brother. I'd be like, yeah, but to what degree? Like, no, brother, so you're taking it a whole different way. I mean, we sex play, but it's different, brother. I just love white men. I'm like, all right, cool. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sit that one out. I love Mexican women, but oh, I love a Mexican hyena too, brother. I just love a black hyena a little bit more. You know how it goes. I said, nah, not really. But hey, I get you. You know what I'm saying? It goes though. It sure fuck does, brother. It's been going. So, anyways, what had happened was one day I get a call, right? And Roach is like, hey, brother, you mind popping up and pulling up? Now, the way usually he's like, brother, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, that's how the way he would talk on the phone. He was a little bit more serious time. He's like, hey, brother, you happen to have anything on you? I was like, nah, bro, I'm shit. I was hoping to get something from you so I can make some money. He's like, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like a utensil, a device, weapon. Like, I don't give a fuck if it's a ball and chain. You got something? I was like, I mean, I can possibly get something. I can come across something that's in on the shelf. Like, brother, you're gonna go ahead and need that because we might have to use that. I said, no, 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 no. Hold up, brother. I'm just trying to make money here. I'm not trying to go be a lifer. Brother, so you're a punk? I'm like, oh shit. Did you call me a punk right now? I didn't call you one, but you're sure acting like it, right? I said, let me go over there. Let me grab a knife, motherfucker, right? So I pull up to his house, and this fool's all worried in the front yard. He had this big ass tree that was in his front yard. He used to always be fucking like trying to elbow it like he was trying to do taekwondo. Brother, look, I used to grab the black guys like this and choke them. And then one time I remember when Dwarfwood was kicking him in the shins, I was like, calm down, bro. Are you all right? He's like, no, I'm not fucking all right. Someone's trying to step on our territory. I said, what do you mean stepping on our territory? At this point in time, I was just getting an ounce here and an ounce there. Like I wasn't doing too much from him, right? Let me get a little zipper snapper. Let me flip it, reverse it. Is it worth it? And then I'd come back. Nothing too major. He's like, brother, you don't understand. Some skinheads moved on in down the street, brother. They've been eyeballing me, right? And I'm like, I thought those are your peoples. Look, just because they're white doesn't mean they're right. I mean, if you're white, you're right. But you get what I'm saying? I said, no, I don't get it. Like you're going against everything you've ever told me, brother. These are some fucking skinheads, and they're mad dogging. I said, okay, now you could explain it just like that. They're mad dogging. We got a mad dog back. Now, who the fuck says a Mexican can mad dog a white man? I said, then why the fuck am I here? You were supposed to come bring me something, listen to my problems, be the Dr. Phil of the bullshit, and then get the fuck out of here. I said, well, how about we skip the Dr. Phil and I just take my knife back and get the fuck out of here since you don't need me, since I can't mad dog the white man with you. Well, fuck it, brother. I guess you can. You're light skinned anyways. You could pass for a white man. I said, why, thank you. Yeah. I bet you that's the best thing a white man ever told you, huh? Right? Doesn't mean you're white, but in this instance, we'll utilize that. So I'm like, so who are these guys? He's like, let's go take a cruise. So I'm gonna bust a left, right? He lived on the street in Merced called Green Street. Green Street was like going towards the east side. It was right by this school called Hoover. It was like way out in the cuts. There was El Tarab Market right there. I knew a couple people that lived in that area. There was actually a homeboy boxer from Dead End that lived out there, right? So I knew that area pretty well. Roach stayed out in that area. So I'm gonna bust a left. Like there's like 4 houses down is where these dudes supposedly had moved, where they're setting up shop. In his mind, they're setting up shop. They were, but you can put 2 and 2 together. White guys, whole bunch of trailer park trash in front of their house. They're selling dope or they're using it, allegedly, right? So I'm gonna bust the left to go over there. He's like, no, brother, take the long way around. I said, there is no fucking long way around, bro. We have to go all the way past the trail. Just do it, brother. I promise it's gonna be worth it. So as we're riding around, he's like, won't stop at the taco truck. I said, are we gonna go Mad Dog White Man or are we gonna eat tacos? Well, bro, you're Mexican. You motherfuckers always like tacos. I said, yeah, let's go stop at the taco truck. Fuck it. So we stop. We eat some mild salsa. He gets his mild salsa game on, right? I ain't even gonna lie. At that point in time, I had the bubble guts because I wasn't sure to what degree of shooting or whatever these white men were gonna do at us. So I also ordered mild salsa. So as we eat our tacos and shit, he's telling me, he's like, brother, I don't know what these guys' trip is, but every time they walk by my house and they walk by it like all day long, they're back and forth. I said, bro, I was out there for like an hour. I didn't see nobody walk past your house. Brother, for fucking some reason, when an SA comes around, they don't, I said an NA. NASA, fucking AA, BA, fucking APA, CA, right? Look, when these motherfuckers walk around, they just happen to see you and then they stopped and reversed it. You didn't see it? I said, nah, because you would have told me. Well, in my mind, that's what happened. Well, your mind's fucked up. Anyways, we take the long way around. We cruise by, and sure enough, there's 4 big old white dudes, but skinny and big at the same time. Have you ever seen a skinny big white dude? They're like skinny and big at the same time. Like they were like Wes Watson size like 2 weeks ago, and now they're like the Rock size this week. Like those them bricked out the game. It looks like we cruise by and they're just mean mugging us, right? And I ain't even gonna lie, I'm kind of mean mugging back, and Roach is looking straight forward. And I'm like, Roach, mean mug or something. He's like, brother, you don't have to live here. See, you're living in Livingston right now, brother. So you can leave me alone. Well, how they say that? Leave us alone, leave me alone. I said, I am. I'm gonna leave you home, alone at your house right now with 4 white men that look like they want to do something bad to you. I'm gonna go, no, brother, don't leave me alone. I promise, don't leave me alone, right? So, anyways, he goes, go back around. I said, bro, there's no reason to be coming from that way. They're gonna, like, there's nothing out there. It's just fields and shit. They're gonna trip, right? He's like, brother, just listen to a white man. I told you a long time ago, white men know what's best. That's how we conquered this world, right? I was like, all right. So as I cruise by, I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna scare the shit out of Roach. I stop. And one of these white dudes, he's all tatted down, right? Looks like Wes Watson, literally. He walks up, he's like, why you guys keep cruising by? You got an issue? You want an issue? And I said, what do you mean I want an issue? He's like, you get high? I'm like, you got cocaine? Yeah, I get high. He's like, nah, bro, here we got good old biker dope. And then Roach is like, well, hold up. First of all, how you doing, Wood? He said, I'm not a Wood, I'm a Skin. He said, well, I'm a Wood. And would you listen to me for a minute, Peckerwood? He said, I told you, well, you're a Peckerwood to me, Wood. What do you mean you got good dope? Like, how good is it? Like, is it better than the dope I got? He was like, oh, so you sell dope too? He's like, I mean, I'm not, I don't know if you're undercover, so I'm not going to say I sell dope, but I tend to come across it every once in a while, and it goes from one hand to another for the exchange of money. Can I say that? I said, I guess you fucking said it. Well, that's the way a white man's going to say it. I'm going to get real economical around here. I said, I don't think that word makes any sense here. It does to me, brother. Does it make sense to you, white man? Yeah, it makes a lot of fucking sense, right? Well, fuck it. If it makes sense to the white man. So he's like, so you should, let me see what you got, brother. Right? So he gets off the car. Roach gets off the car. I say, hey, can I park right here? They have a driveway. They got a couple trucks, motorcycles and shit. Can I park? They're like, sure, come on. So we pull up, right? So Roach got out the car, by the time I'm backing up to pull up so I don't hit none of their motorcycles, Roach is already doing a gagger. Already. These motherfuckers had it on them. Roach is like, brother, I just might become a skinhead. I'm like, hey, Roach, is it good? Bro, you guys got a lot of it? They're like, hey, we don't even fucking know you like that. I'm thinking to myself, you guys just gave dope to a guy that you just met 2 minutes ago that was mean mugging you, right? Or actually, he was looking forward. I was mean mugging you. So now I feel out of place because these other skinheads are kind of looking at me, but I'm like, hey, what's up? I introduce myself. Hey, what's up? What's up? They're like, hey, what's up, brother? You know, they're cool. And so I'm telling Roach, these guys are cool. Roach is like, yeah, they got good dope. That makes them cooler than ever. So hey, can we trade? Like, because I get mediocre. I mean, it's good. I call it mediocre, right? So I get some of that mediocre dope. Like maybe from time to time, you know what I'm saying? We could work out a deal. Sometimes I get some real good shit Shit, that's even better than that. It'll knock your fucking socks that you've worn for 2 weeks straight while not sleeping off. I promise, brother. They're like, oh, you're never going to sleep with this, brother. We haven't slept for months, right? When a white man tells you he hasn't slept for months, believe him. You can tell by the aroma in the air, by the way the oil is dripping off the hair, and also by the way their eyes are like this. Ready? So they're high, right? So they're having high conversations. Yeah, brother, you ever did any time, right? They're trying to fill each other out. And you can tell the one that looks like Wes Watson's like the main one, like the kind of shot caller. He's like, yeah, you ever did time? Roach says, have I? Brother, has time did me is the question. Brother, I was in Old Folsom, I was in New Folsom, I was in Corcoran, I was in New Corcoran. They're like, yeah, you've been with a lot of old and a lot of new. He's like, man, I can tell you about an old bitch I've been with, about a new bitch, an old batch of dope I done, a new batch, which is yours, which I want to continuously do if you hook a brother up. You know what I'm saying, Wood? We're not woods, we're skins. Well, I'm a wood, and I could, would you be a wood if you could? Or you should? So I'm like, oh, fuck. So I'm like, hey, Roach, what's going to happen, bro? You guys are cool now. You going to walk home? He only lives 4 houses now. No, brother, that's too far to walk. I'm on shaky legs, brother. Their dope is good. I'm on shake. Do a gagger. I'm like, nah, I don't get down with that shit, right? Smoke a bowl. I said, nah, I'm cool. Come on, brother. Just be here while I smoke one and catch the after effects. I promise. The after effects are just as good as the inner effects. I said, nah, I'm cool. Whoa, shit. I smell it, right? I'm like, whoa, they're smoking some. Pura. Almost made me get almost gagged, right? I started wanting to walk away, like walk to Roach's house. I left my car there, like, fuck it, I'll walk. All of a sudden, I got a lot of energy. So I jump in my car, I tell Roach I'm going to be back. So I jam, and I'm thinking, okay, I introduced Roach to these woods. It's all good. If I would have never stopped, he would have never known. He knew they were up to no good, but to what degree of no good are they up to, right? So it's about 2-3 days later, Roach calls me, hey, brother, I got that shit. I scored that shit you wanted to get. I just scored it from these guys. I'm like, is it hella good? He's like, brother, this is the best shit I ever did. I was like, hey, I'm going to go pick it up. You got me on the front, right? Well, he got you on the back, obviously, right? So I go over there, and he shoots me 2 zips. So I'm gone, right? He's like, brother, when are you going to have my money back? I said, immediately. I'm going to go make my little fucking $50, $60 I can. Because I was nickel and diming, man. If I made a couple $100 a day, I was cool, right? Because I know I'd shoot it to Roach. It was just like all day, every day, 200, 300, 200, 300. When you're doing that, you're living. I'm saying I had gas money. Today I had time, cuz, right? I had my shit. So I'm over there hanging out with Roach, man, and his mom's making hamburgers. And I ain't gonna lie, for a white lady, she did season the shit out of those, right? So he's like, hey, brother, we're having burgers. You want to have a burger? I said, hell yeah, I want to have a burger. So he tells Mom, what the fuck do you want? I want, how many burgers you want? I said, well, how much can a Mexican have at your house? Oh, it's unlimited, brother. I'm white, right? I said, I'll take 3 of them. Mom, my friend wants 2 burgers. I said 3. He said, motherfucker, you're Mexican. You only get 2. I'm like, fuck it. So we're eating while these white guys, they're walking by to the store because you had to pass Roach's house to get to the El Tarab store. We call it the El Tarab. That's the name of it. It's the name of a family in Merced. Their last name is El Tarab, right? I've been around them my whole life. Went to school with their sister Hadia. I knew Folis. I knew all these people, right? And they owned several stores, like 9 stores around Merced. They had one in Beechwood, a couple in Beechwood, and then they had one out here in Green Street. Facts. So anyways, they're walking by to the store. One of them's like, hey, yo, Roach, let me talk to you. Now, what had happened was they had fronted Roach a half peasy, right? And Roach was hesitating on giving them their money because he was just trying to get more money. What he was trying to do is gather all the money up that he owed him plus some so he can get more. I know what Roach was doing. He was trying to burn his neighbors. That's not how he gets down. Like, he'll burn you if you like live like 2 blocks away, you're burnt. You might as well just chalk that up. Roach will jump out the window on your ass with a bat like, brother, why are you coming asking for your money? They're like, because you owe it to me? Who said I do? First of all, you're only a quarter white, so that means you only get a quarter back of your money, right? So he was that type of dude. He'll burn you, not really burn you, but just take it from you. Facts. And don't be coming over here harassing my mom because she knows how to use a weapon, right? So the dude's like, hey, can we talk to you? So I go over there. They're like, not you, bro, just him. And I'm like, hey, why am I going to stay in front of his house eating hamburgers with this crazy mom? No, I'm walking to the store too, so I'm kind of walking behind them. And I can see Roaches over there plea bargaining. Oh, brother, you don't understand Wood. It's not the way it works out, right? And so they go in the store. I go in the store. I get a Pepsi. Bam, I come out. I'm sipping my Pepsi. I got fucking hamburger juice on my mouth, right? I want another burger because motherfuckers were spectacular. I'm telling you, his mom made burgers like no other. Her meatloaf, different fucking story, right? Salisbury steak, throw it out of this world because that's how shitty it was. Unseasoned ass shit. Anyways, as I'm getting back to the house, Roach comes up. He's looking all sad. He's like, brother, I don't think they're fucking with me no more. I got to gather up their money by the end of the day or they said they're going to blow my house up. I said, oh, we ain't going to take that shit. Fuck them dudes. Roach is like, oh, don't worry. Don't worry. We're going to raise a ruckus. Don't worry, brother, right? So he gets the money together. We go to a couple spots. I take him to a couple places. Dudes that owe money. Roach has to fucking damn near choke him out. I had one in the fucking camel clutch, and we get his money. So Roach goes, pull up to these fucking these. I thought they were white men. We're gonna call them Caucasian. Pull up to these Caucasian guys, right? So we pull up, and Roach gets off, and he has a little bag of sandwich bag full of money, right? I ain't even gonna lie, I was eyeballing that shit like, damn, that's like 20 racks right there, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck that is. I'm about to drop Roach's ass off to never see him again. But he's the homie. So I pull up and I get out the car. Roach is like, now, brother, look, take your car, right? And I'm like, what? He's like, take your car and go park it at my pad. We're going to get off right now. Are you down? And I was like, but they're your neighbors, bro. It's going to be Hatfield McCoy bullshit. Brother, white men know what time it is when a white man is dominant. And I can tell you right now, I'm going to whip this dude's ass, and you're going to make sure with the firearm that's in my front porch that none of these other guys jump in. I said, bro, I don't want to be pulling weapons out on people. Brother, are you a fucking pussy? I smell meth. It smells good, but I also smell pussy, right? I'm like, oh, shit. So I park my car at the side, I walk down, right? As I'm walking down, Roach is arguing with the Wes Watson lookalike, right? The other dudes were like real quiet. They were all brothers. The other dudes like really never said nothing other than good ass dope, right? That's all. Like that's the only thing I ever heard him say. One dude was like, because I was like, hey, can I take a piss? He's like, go around back. So I only heard go around back and good ass dope. Those were the only two phrases I heard out of those three dudes. But this dude was the talker of the town, right? He liked to talk. So Roach is like, brother, I don't get, you know what I'm saying? If you tell me you want it on Monday and I bring it to you on Thursday, what the fuck does 2 days make a difference, right? And the dude's like, there's principalities to this shit, brother. You got to understand that we have to pay back the Mexicans we get it from. Well, you say you fucking lied, brother. You said it was biker dope. It is. They're Mongols. Yeah, but they're not white men. A couple of them are. Well, I don't know that couple, right? So they're going back and forth arguing. And Roach goes, you know what, brother? I feel real disrespected right now. See, I'm a white man. I'm a good old Peckerwood. And you are, I wish you would, right? And that dude's like, you know what, brother? You're going to have to get the fuck out of front of my house, man. I ain't dealing with you no more, right? You traded us some dope the other day. That shit put me to sleep, brother. Roach is like, it did that to me too. That's why I gave it to you, right? So they're arguing. And I'm nervous because I got the thing on me, but I got it shoved down. Like I'm wearing sweats, so I got it like shoved down in my sweats, and I'm trying to block it, right? Because I don't know what the fuck these skins are crazy, man. White men are crazy, man. I give them respect. I respect the NLR. I respect the CP. I respect everybody. Let me tell you, man, good woods are good woods, no matter what they are, and they all put in work. Every wood I've ever seen right there with the program. And so this motherfucker, I mean, there are some that are different, but these ones look like they were not different. They were with it. You know what I'm saying? Go around back. No, I seen how much fucked up RVs you had back there. I'm not trying to cut myself and get gangrene. So, anyways, as I'm standing there trying to block the thing, Roach is like, you know, I feel real disrespected, brother. We're gonna have to fight. And that dude's like, you ain't said nothing but a word, right? Roach hit that motherfucker hard, man. And as soon as he hit him, I went to pull that thing out, and it went off. Boom! Blew out. Luckily, it wasn't birdshot. Luckily, it was slugs. Blew out the whole side of my pants. I felt the heat singe me. I didn't fell, right? I got the gun out, like, what's up, brothers, right? They're right there like, hey, man, fucking Mexican, what are you doing, right? You're going to bring law enforcement over here. That's snitching, right? I'm like, Roach, hurry up. Roach is beating this dog shit out of this motherfucker. Roach is like, I told you, I'm a fucking real white man, right? You're going to give me everything you have. Dude's like, oh, so you're robbing me? He's getting beat up. Roach is like, no, not necessarily, but, you know, so look, we back up. Just like the movies. Roach is all fucking wild-haired, fucking looking crazy. Don't you motherfuckers come to my pad because I know a whole bunch of real bikers, Hells Angels, and all kinds of shit he's saying, right? So we get to his pad. I'm like, hey, Roach, I got a jam, man. Here, take this shit for the cops come. Neighbors out there are used to hearing gunshots. They ain't even tripping, right? Because it's out in the country, kind of. So I'm like, hey, I got to go, bro. He's like, brother, don't leave me alone. Let me come stay with your house. I said, what about your mom? She'll be all right. She has weapons, right? I'm like, fuck it, come on. Because I know, man, like, you don't fuck with skinheads at all. So I take it in my pad. My old lady is like, he's like, hey, bro, I love this view. And it's not like I have a back sliding glass door that you could see out of. It's a fucking porch with a fucked up ass door, right? Like when he's talking about he's enjoying the view, it's my lady walking back and forth. I love this view, brother, right? I'm like, what? So anyways, we're kicking back. A few days later, I tell Roach, you got to go, bro. You got to go. He's like, yeah, bro, you know what? Yeah, because I need to get high. I haven't said nothing, but I ran out like yesterday. And so like today has been fucking like very bad, brother, right? So I drop him off. I pass by those woods just to see him. I don't see none of them out there, which is odd because they've been out there. So I'm like, oh, maybe something's going to go down. So I tell Roach, if you need me, bro, call me. I'll call a gang of homeboys. We'll pull up, right? He's like, I don't like a whole bunch of Northerners over here. I said, All right, then fucking we'll let the skinheads kill you. Oh, Norteño, stand up. Hey, all the homies in the place, stand up, stand up. Remember you play that music? I said, no, it doesn't go like that. It says Norteños in the house, just raise up. Yeah, well, raise up out of here, brother. If I need you, I'll call you. This motherfucker called me a couple hours later. Hey, brother. I said, what are you doing? Oh, I'm right here chilling with the fellas. I said, who? Dwarfwood and them? Because I call Hurleywood and Dwarfwood. Those are the homies. They were in SAC at the time. Call them, bro, if you need backup. Don't call me all the time. What can I do? I'm not trying to get caught up, bro. Not behind some fucking white shit, right? He's like, no, bro, I'm over here with those skinheads. Yeah, brother, we made up. We break up to make them. That's all we do. First, they love me. They hate me. We smoke a bowl. That's rule. That's rule. That's the rules. I'm like, all right, yeah, it kind of goes like that. So he ended up being real cool with them. They ended up getting busted, getting raided like fucking about 4 or 5 months later. And luckily, Roach was over there, jumped out the back, ran. His mom already knew. She was like, get your fucking ass in here. I told you about playing with those fucking skinheads, right? And we never seen him again. Anyways, with that being said, thumbs up or thumbs down. See, Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I truly believe in, and that's the betterment of all people. If you guys still want more Roach videos, hit a 1. Let me know. I got you guys covered like a state blanket. Itchy but warm, brother. Itchy but warm. Shout out to all the real white men. You know, the ones that are up right now, but aren't even doing dope.